Egypt and the U.S. shares, expressing his appreciation for the level of cooperation and coordination between the two countries across the various fields of mutual interest. We are happy and delighted to be joined by Mr. Mohamed Sheta, international media expert. Hello, Dr. Mohamed. Mr. Mohamed.
A very beautiful good morning to you and to all the distinguished viewers of Nile TV.
Hello, good morning. We wanted to ask you some questions based on what we read and what we will read in the following newspaper. To shed more light on the issue, we are most delighted to be joined with you. Could you please shed more light on Egypt's relentless efforts to settle the crisis in Gaza and help execute the ceasefire plan announced last October in Sharm el-Sheikh?
Well, the visit of Mr. Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of President Donald Trump and his special envoy to the Middle East, shows the importance of the role of Egypt in the Middle East process, in the Middle East peace process, and especially in all the matters concerning Gaza as well. And of course, we witnessed the historic peace agreement, the Gaza peace agreement, which was signed in Sharm el-Sheikh, and to which His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi invited several heads of state, including President Donald Trump, who emphasized during the Sharm el-Sheikh peace meeting the importance of the role of Egypt in stabilizing the region, as well as in developing the peace process in the region. So this was of course extremely important back in October 2025. Of course, since October 2025, we have seen lots of obstacles and lots of ups and downs in the region, and especially during the last couple of months. And of course, because of the elections in Israel as well as in the United States, both Benjamin Netanyahu as well as Donald Trump are very keen on delivering certain results to their before the elections to their voters. So I think this is why Egypt is playing a significant role right now, and this is why not only did Jared Kushner arrive to Egypt, but also the representative of Hamas also met with Khalil al-Hayya, met with the head of the Egyptian intelligence service during the same day as well. And this shows that there are a lot of communication taking place with all the relevant parties between Israel and Gaza.
Indeed, Mr. Mohamed, and we read from France 24, Kushner meets with Hamas in push to revive Gaza plan. U.S. President Donald Trump's son-in-law and envoy Jared Kushner met Hamas' new leader in Egypt on Sunday in a push to revive a Gaza peace plan rejected by Israel. Hamas chief Khalil al-Hayya took part in the discussions in the Egyptian Mediterranean city of El Alamein, making his first trip since assuming leadership of the group in July. In the talks with Kushner, Hamas again voiced its commitment to the agreement. The Trump administration has increasingly been comfortable with direct contact in hopes of ending the devastating conflict. And Kushner on Monday will see Netanyahu. So, Mr. Mohamed, what are the main reasons behind the Israeli objection to the Gaza peace plan, and how does the fact that Israel will hold elections on October 27 affect its decisions?
Well, of course, it's very obvious from the very beginning that the Israeli government, especially the right extremist parties in the Israeli government, like Gvir, for example, Minister Gvir, who just a few hours ago said that we need to kill at least 30 to 40 Palestinians every night. This shows how radical this government is, and that they're not really eager to find a peaceful solution for the ongoing crisis. And of course, also Benjamin Netanyahu, he is not a big fan of the Gaza peace process at all. And if it was for him and his extremist ministers, they would like to take Gaza as a whole and expel all the Palestinians from it. So it comes as no surprise that President Donald Trump was very angry with Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israeli government during the past couple of weeks and months. And this is why he ordered and instructed his special envoy, Jared Kushner, to have direct talks with Hamas, which is something which Israel is very angry about as well. But nevertheless, this shows that there has been some tension between the United States and Israel during the past couple of weeks, because the Israeli government is not really serious about this issue. For Benjamin Netanyahu, it is most important to win the election, to stay in power, because the same day in which he loses any elections or he's not in power anymore, he will face a trial and probably will be jailed for a very long time in Israel.
Indeed, Mr. Mohamed, we read from Al-Ahram online, Egypt, 7 Arab and Islamic nations condemn Israeli rejection of Gaza roadmap. Foreign ministers of Egypt, Qatar, Jordan, the UAE, Indonesia, Pakistan, Turkey and Saudi Arabia condemned on Sunday that they declared Israeli rejection of the roadmap for completing the implementation of U.S. President Donald Trump comprehensive plan to end the Gaza conflict as endorsed by the UN Security Council Resolution 2803. In a joint statement, the ministers also condemned the Israeli rejection of the Palestinian statehood, affirming that these positions amount to a direct repudiation of the comprehensive plan, jeopardize its implementation and fundamentally undermine the collective efforts undertaken to achieve a just, a lasting peace. And the statement also said that such rejection confirms that Israel now bears responsibility for obstructing the efforts to bring peace in Gaza and the test of the occupied Palestinian territory. Active support and engagement of the U.S. To take immediate and concrete measures within its mandate to uphold the integrity of the comprehensive plan and prevent any party from obstructing its implementation. Mr. Mohamed, could you please shed more light on the main points of the Gaza roadmap and why does it constitute a vital milestone for the withdrawal of Israeli forces?
Well, the roadmap was very clear, and it was very obvious that when this roadmap was made, that of course the main target at the end of the day is to have a two-state solution. And this is, of course, something which the Israeli side does not want and has always been objecting for the past couple of years.
Yes.
So it's no surprise that they will try to jeopardize any efforts from any organizations or from any country. And this is why Jared Kushner also met with the representatives of several mediators like Qatar and Turkey, as well as Pakistan recently. And this shows how the U.S. administration and especially President Donald Trump has realized that the Israeli government, as well as Benjamin Netanyahu himself, are trying not to solve this problem, but to keep it ongoing and to keep the Middle East in a very destabilized situation. And this is something which will definitely also have an effect on the elections in the United States as well. And this is why President Trump is very keen on solving this issue and is very eager to find a solution, a very quick solution to the ongoing crisis between Israel and Palestine and the Palestinian Authority as well. And this is why Egypt is playing a significant role with the United States, with Qatar, with Pakistan, with Turkey, and of course also with Saudi Arabia.
Yes, indeed. And Mr. Mohamed, from Egypt today, we read that Egypt offers condolences to Indonesia. Earthquake death toll rises to 51. And Egypt on Sunday expressed its sincere condolences to Indonesia following a powerful earthquake that struck the country, killing and injuring many people. In a statement, the Foreign Ministry extended its condolences to the Indonesian government and people and affirmed Egypt's full solidarity with Indonesia amid the tragic incident. Egypt also expressed condolences to the families of the deceased and wished a speedy recovery to all those injured. Meanwhile, around 5,000 people have been evacuated, and the earthquake followed by more than 300 after shocks blocked roads and triggered landslides, Indonesian authorities said Sunday. And in a post on social media, Belgium Unified Defense Force said it had sent personnel and vehicles to support firefighters that happened the vulnerable wildfires Saturday night in Wallonia region. And because there were wildfires of its extensive peatlands and pine forests, which have been dried out by prolonged hot weather. So, Mr. Mohamed, wildfires, heat waves, and floods are hitting all over the world. So, what are the main reasons behind those natural disasters, in your opinion?
Well, the main reason for sure is the climate change, which we have been suffering from not only this year, but also during the last couple of years. There has been a huge heat wave in France, in Germany, and Italy, and in Belgium, in Spain. There have been huge fires also in Greece. So all of this is a natural result of the climate change from which the United Nations have been warning over the past decades, and we have seen lots of climate conferences taking place. Also, the COP climate conference in Sharm el-Sheikh, for example, where we have been warning, where the experts have been warning from the results and from the consequences of not complying to the very strict rules of climate change, of saving the climate. So this is just a natural result, unfortunately. During the past couple of days in Europe, there have been more than 1,400 deaths related to the heat wave we have been witnessing. And it seems that the next couple of years will be very, very hot season in Europe as well.
Indeed, Mr. Mohamed. Thank you. And by this we end our press insight for today. Thank you, Mr. Mohamed Sheta, international media expert, for joining us. And we go back to continue Good Morning Egypt segment. Stay tuned.